Hello, this is Paul Campbell in my backyard here in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm just demonstrating what you can do with containers. Lexington Container down near Alltech off of Nicholasville, just a little ways on Dewey. Not very far from here. You can buy these containers for $20 to $25. They've been pressure washed, cleaned. This one here is a green one because I like green. They have tons of black ones. And they have several also that are blue if you're a Kentucky Big Blue fan. Anyway, what I've done is I've cut these in half, which is easy, and I've cut a hole in the bottom of them. Cut them in half with a circular saw. You get the thin bladed saw and a jigsaw. And then I've cut a hole in the bottom. You can probably guess why. That's so that the roots can go down in. And then what I'm doing is I'm just carving out enough dirt here so that I can use them very much like I'm terracing with the bricks. In fact, I could terrace this whole thing if I wanted to or had time. But this is a very simple way, although it takes time. This is a simple way to really make raised beds. So what I'm going to do is continue to dig out a little bit here, some more soil, so I can get this actually. I'm going to dig the terrace stones out of here. Now, this is another awesome tool. This is Fisker's newest shovel, and you can notice that it's actually got the steps are much bigger on it. It's longer. It's really good steel. A really good tool can save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Watch how this thing cuts through the dirt. Well, that's a rock. It won't cut through the rocks. But it's got roots and dirt down here. Look at that. With almost any other shovel, you'd have to go get a pick or something. That even went through the root of a plant down there. So I'm going to just throw this over here, and then I can put it back inside of my cut container. And I'm going to use this as a pattern to make sure I don't get cut off too much. But I think I'll root that up against there, and then I will measure right here.
I'm real happy to be filming, Paul. Glad I'm not doing the digging.
Kathy had her days of farming. That was 30 years was enough. Is that right, honey?
Yeah, and remember, I was raised in Los Angeles, not on a farm.
These bricks are great for landscaping, but pretty expensive. I think using these containers might be the way to go. I bet that you can buy recycled containers probably in any urban area in the United States. The Lexington Container is super convenient for those of us who live in central Kentucky. This one's going to be, the ground slopes down like this here, so I'm going to actually raise this up a little bit so these two are pretty even. I need to dig out on the high end.
Oh, we love watching people work when it's not us.
Oh, I remember Mrs. Campbell when one of our children prayed thanking Jesus that their mother was not dull.
I'm not dull, but I'm also not muscular.
Not being dull is
Nor do I want to be.
one of the awesome rewards of being married to you for almost 42 years. Wow. Are we that old? Wouldn't we get married when we were 10?
No.
You remember how old we were?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get rid of some of these dandelions.
Fine.
Actually throw them up here in the wheelbarrow where I'm composting. Nope. See, my hat's in there too. This Campbell said. I'm going to put it off for a little bit. What do you think? I'll let you guys be the judge.
Well, you look more like central Kentucky. Look even more like eastern Kentucky. But we want this to look like a professional operation. So maybe you should take your hat off.
Oh, this old hat. You remember where I bought this hat, Mrs. Campbell?
In Central Oregon?
It was on the coast, Newport, Oregon. Remember
Oh,
the
yeah.
leather shop near the aquarium?
I do.
Yeah.
They had a grand octopus there. I think his name was Oliver. And they said he was intelligent. I didn't know octopuses
What was his
were so...
name?
Oliver, I think, but I could be wrong. He probably didn't answer, no matter
All
what
over
they
the
called him.
octopus.
And they had to keep a lid on the tank or else he would crawl out. Now, is that
Really?
creepy or what?
Really? Well, anyway, I'm going to put a lot of this dirt back in. One of the remarkable things about dirt is when you move it, there's usually not enough. Like, you can dig a post hole and then put the post in, and there's never enough dirt. But when you do something like this, there's usually enough dirt. I'm going to fill these up mostly, but then I'm going to also...
Hey, that's the title of your autobiography. One of the amazing things about dirt.
And you can write it. I'm sure you'll outlive me.
No, an autobiography you have to write.
Well, I'm not that much of a writer. Anyway,
But you're a good digger.
we're going to plant some of our squash in here a little bit later. And it'll obviously flow out over the edges into the garden and into the grass. So,
A little bit of trivia for you. What do the British call squash?
what do they call squash?
Yes.
What do the British call squash? What do they call squash? I have no idea.
Marrows. M-A-R-R-O-W.
Marrow?
Marrow, yeah, marrow.
Marrow?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Beats me, it's probably French.
Okay, well, this is how you use containers. These are actually not pickle barrels. The black ones are pickle barrels. These, I'm not sure what they had in them. They're very clean, very safe to use. Great way to be a good steward of resources that we have. Have a great day. Bye now.